We have here today Gabriel Bey. That's Bey with an E. He's a musician and he's also a promoter and working with people in film and in the music industry here in Arizona. Gabriel, you've been working on something very special lately, putting on a festival. And it's called the Phoenix Music and Film Festival. Perfect name. Everyone will know what it is. But could you tell us a little bit how that's going to work and what's going to happen, really? Exciting
Okay.
stuff.
The reason for the festival is to highlight what I like to call the lower half of the credits. It's the people who do the work. We're talking
Yeah.
about the workforce for film and post production, a lot of that. And so people don't normally get to see it. In fact, in the theaters, they get up and walk out. They're sick of all of the credit. But those are probably the most important people in the industry. So what we're doing is we're bringing together a festival of music because music is an important part of film. But we want to talk about the future of the industry. We're looking at VR, AR, AI, NFTs, even drones, just to name a few things, to talk about where the industry is going. Just real quickly, there's an application called HoloRide that's happening in some Audi model cars. And you just put the headset on, the guy drives, and it automatically puts something inside of your 360-degree view and allows you to do other things other than see what's really going on around you. It's new technology, and I think it's going to really start changing the way we look at film and movies and other forms of entertainment.
It seems to be moving faster. I suppose the AI has a lot to do with that.
Yeah. Yeah, the computers are thinking for themselves now.
One of the problems that we have in Arizona is money and getting the right people behind you and that sort of thing. But there has been some movement in that and some funding is starting to pull together. Could you tell us a little bit about the state of the Arizona, what's going on now and what you're hoping to happen?
We know that Governor Ducey, before he left, signed a bill that allows the Arizona Commerce Authority, ACA, to put together the program for incentives here in Arizona. So that will be, and I might be misquoting, but 90 million the first year, 100 million the second year, and 125 million the third year. And right now they're putting together the rules and the processes for applying for those funds, and they'll be available to everyone January 1, 2024.
That's 7, 8 months away. So that's coming down the pike then. That's good to hear. Is this mainly for infrastructure or does it get down to the artist level of supporting concerts and stuff like that? How do you think they're going to spend the money?
It was originally designed for developers, and that was so that they would
Yeah.
build the sound stages necessary for the film industry to work here. However, some of the people who are involved in the industry itself and making the rules have been able to have them cut out 25 million so that companies can come in and utilize those funds.
Oh, very good. So that's they can get some production done as well as the infrastructure in place. But
Yeah.
that's important. That would really help us grow and maybe catch up with some of the other states that get most of the film industry. We can certainly use more of that, and we have every kind of topography out here in
Oh,
Arizona,
yes.
from the mountains and the deserts. The landscape here is just absolutely amazing. So I hope we do see a lot more filming in our state for sure. You're focused in music as well. You've been playing the horn, flugelhorn, the trumpet for many years. You used to have a band before COVID called Spooky Cool. Kind of a fun name there. That's good. So I bet you had some great times to remember. But of course, when COVID comes, everything everything kind of dissipates. You have to pull it back together if you decide that. But it looks like your direction is really helping other musical groups, other bands get a leg up, get them seen, get them exposure. You mentioned a couple of things in our previous talk about that, but could you just expand a little bit on what your goal is there and the purpose of it?
First of all, there's not much of a ceiling here for artistry. In the music industry, you can play nightclubs, and if you're fortunate, you can do a concert or two. But there's no music industry here, film industry here. There's no Grammy people here. There's nothing that would give you the diversity that music truly provides on a global
Right.
basis. So I'm trying to help artists because I see so many of them leave because they don't have any opportunities here. So I'm putting together concerts. I'm recording probably underprivileged groups that normally wouldn't get an opportunity to do these things, helping to promote them, helping them do original music and put them on performances, concerts, and generally be an advocate for their future and for the future of Arizona as well. So if one of them makes it big, finally we'll be like Minneapolis where Prince was.
Aha, there you go. There you go. So you're really providing opportunity at that level so that musical great artists that have the chops really get a chance to develop instead of finding that they don't have bread on the table. Getting those first opportunities. That sounds great, Gabriel. So the local talent is here, you can find it and you're helping develop it, but the opportunities are thin, is what I hear. And
Yeah,
this is an area that you're concentrating on. So we want to get the word out about that. And we'll put a little bit of contact information at the end. So people who have a musical background or they're in the industry where they're providing the right type of equipment to talk to you to see what can be done. Because sometimes you just can't do everything on your own. And you've got to have your team built around you. And it sounds like where you're taking things. Is that right?
you're absolutely right. And like I said, we saw too many great artists leave the area looking for opportunity. So we want to provide that here. And that's really the goal.
Maybe we can dig up old George Benson if he's still around because he lives here in Arizona.
Yeah, in fact, I saw
So,
him not too long ago. Oh, he
so we
does.
have a few. We have a handful, but maybe we just need to find some of the people that have done it and have retired here and wake them up a little bit, put a fire under them to help grow.
Oh, that
So
would
maybe that will be where the knowledge is to bring in. So we'll look for people like that. See
yeah,
see who might be interested in doing something new to grow the musical industry here. Uh,
yes, yes.
sounds fantastic. Promoting concerts is a big deal. Do you have ways of getting the word out? Or do you go to the New Times or stuff like that to try and get something on their calendar? How does that work as far as getting an audience goes?
Several things happens, and they don't always happen for every event, but ideally, we'll set up an Eventbrite page that's open to the public so people can see that the event's going on. And by the way,
Mhm.
the events are typically free. So you can see several acts for no money. Just come out and grab your blanket or your table and sit back and relax. But
Have a
uh,
good time.
yeah, so we've got Eventbrite. We try to get a couple of radio stations to promote so that they too can get their word out and bring their audience out. And every now and then we get a good press release and somebody will pick it up and share the information about the event. They don't happen that often. I think we're able to get one off about once every 3 months, something like that. But we try to switch the acts around and give spread the opportunity to so many artists, that great artists that are right here in the valley.
I could see where something like that would take 3 months because of all the planning that goes behind it and then the efforts and the promotion and just getting the word of mouth going to get it out there. Hopefully we can find a few people, including myself, to help promote in different ways. Yeah, yeah. Let's grow this thing. Let's
Yeah,
grow this thing.
well, that'd be
I want to
great.
thank you, Gabriel. I think we had a really good talk here about where you're taking things in the future. I think it's fascinating that you're looking at the VR, the AR, and going to put a festival together that brings experts in those fields so they can show what they're doing with it and
Mhm.
just expand it, because that's going to draw out the right people that want to really make things happen. And we find a few players like that, it's going to get bigger than ourselves, isn't it?
Yes, it's already bigger than I am.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. Well, thank you, Gabriel. I think we had a real good talk about the music industry, got a good lay of the land. We know there might be some money coming from the government and that sort of thing. And so we want to work with the local government, the state government, to get those people involved too, because they may have assets, places that where venues can be done and make things happen without having to have really large investments. It's just getting the right people that have the right assets together. So I think you're going to get a lot done this year. And then of course 24, you're already wrapped up and running before even the new year comes. So this is good. These next 8 months are critical to build it up to the point where when the money hits, it's going to be huge.
Yes,
It's going to be a great year.
I really
Good.
appreciate the opportunity to talk to you.
It's been awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay.